right, well, we're talking to Daniel Fenster, a member of the Western Australian speed team, also a member of the Australian Worlds team, and recently retired from international competition, but still competing at a national level. Danny, highlights, lowlights of the week for you?
Probably the highlight would be helping my brother win the 5th year in a row, the 500 metre. Low light would be today, kind of dying in the 5K. Also the fact that I've won 12 silver medals now. Bit of a kick in the guts after winning so many golds for so many years. But yeah, I've kind of stepped it off a little bit this year, trying to help the juniors out. And a lot of those guys have done really well. So probably one of the biggest highlights would be seeing those guys do really well. Yeah.
Now, can I ask how long you've been involved in skating, and how did you get involved?
I started in September 1992. Got some speed skates for my birthday. I got involved because my brother and my sister were involved. They were skating. My brother was doing speed skating, my sister artistic. And yeah, we started just going to the local skating rink and playing tag. And I sucked. I was terrible. So I was always getting beaten by them, and I was always the person trying to chase them down. And yeah, it just happened from there. And I saw some of the faster guys speed skating at training, and fell in love with it. And yeah, it's been a passion ever since.
Brilliant. And the rest, as they say, is history, and on to many Australian teams. And you also raced internationally in Europe. Is that right?
Yeah. I kind of had a bit of a breakthrough in. I did a few races before it, but a bit of a breakthrough in 2004, where I made my first international professional team. I only got one podium that year, but it was a bit of a buzz, And then 2 years later, in 2006, I won my first World Cup, which was Australia's first ever. Actually, I think it's still the only ever World Cup.
The only.
Yeah, and sorry, what was the question?
Well, I mean, I think you've answered it. I think you've by the sounds of it, you've done quite a great deal in this sport. So now I know you're also one of the senior coaches over in WA. You're really helping to develop sport. You're starting to see a lot of new skaters and fresh faces come into the sport.
Yeah, I think we've got a really positive atmosphere. We've got a few really good coaches that are working at the ground level, and I think that's where it all starts. If we've got good ground level coaches, then it all kind of builds from there. I do a lot of that sort of level coaching and up to the elite. Yeah, like recently we've kind of gone back to basics and got a really good structure going. And yeah, it seems to be working. We've got a lot of kids from one of the country clubs, the Bunbury Club, who are doing really well. They had 3 guys make the junior world team last year, and that was the first time they've ever had anybody make the world team. And we'd spent a bit of time, working on their technique and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's working out really well, and we've got some, yeah, really good talent coming through from Perth as well. So yeah, we're working really hard.
Excellent, excellent. Now, having been around the sport for so long, obviously it's a sport that a lot of people aren't aware of, and
Yeah.
but the social aspect, the friendships that you make, I've seen you talking to a number of the senior skaters who you've known for many years. It's certainly a deep-seated thing, and even old skaters that we both both know personally. It certainly seems to be a strong part of the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of hard. As you said, I've retired from the World Championships. It's hard to kind of tear yourself away from that. Yeah, telling all the guys that I've been to so many World Championships with that I was retiring is really hard, and I still get a lot of people write to me saying, "Oh, I can't believe you retired. You got to come back." And yeah, even coming to nationals, you see all the guys that you see every year, and it's really good just to see everybody and kick around old stories and things like that. So yeah, it is social as well. But yeah, it becomes a habit, and you just can't really kick it,
And look, I know the feeling. As I said, as I said to many people, I'm only relatively new to the sport. But look, once you get hooked for life, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I've kind of stepped off the training, but every time I get out there, and especially when you get to a competition like this, it reminds you why you love it, and yeah, you just keep coming back for it.
Excellent, excellent. Danny, thank you very much for your time, and it's brilliant to see you here. We'll be seeing you in a marathon.
Absolutely, yeah. It's my favourite event, so hopefully I can break through for a gold this time?
Mate, look, I have to say, look, I am a Victorian, but I do know that you started your speed skating here. I would love to see you also break through for a gold, because a shelf full of silver just wouldn't be the same, would it?
Yeah, it doesn't really cut it, but yeah, to all the kids who are getting a lot of silvers, it's really important to keep getting those silvers as well. They're just about as good.
Excellent, mate. Thank you again for your time.
Cheers, Tony.